What were we doing?
Oh, it's been so long,
Welcome
man.
back.
Yeah. I first have to spawn in the game and see what fresh hell I left for myself the last time I was playing.
Oh yeah.
Do I have an inventory with things in it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out.
Did past me commit ritual suicide and then be like, it's a problem for me for 2 weeks from now. I'll remember.
Hey, I never say that second sentence. I at least keep my expectations realistically low.
Yeah, is that what you do?
Yes, because it gives me something to complain about later.
Alright, so we're making supercomputers and those are loaded in. I don't remember what the new modular frame that's chunky and Lego looking is, so I have to go check the terminal to even know what it's called and then type that into the search bar.
I'm looking at it. It's a fused modular frame. So, oh, hi, you're here.
Hello.
So, what are the basic friends to make a fused modular frame? I assume it's a modular frame, and then a bunch of.
Damn it! I have other to-do list stuff saved. Damn it! How do you play this game? Oh, Q. There we go. No, damn it.
B M N. N to search things.
This drives me crazy. Is that you can't slide parts of the interface around, right?
Right.
But the moment you get some, the moment you
frame is a heavy modular frame, aluminum casing, and
nitrogen gas.
25 nitrogen gas.
2,500 nitrogen gas. But we have nitrogen gas.
So much.
No, we're good. We have all those things. Yeah. But here's what drives me crazy, Bird, because I've been playing this game a lot. Not recently, but just in general. When you add stuff to your to-do list, if something has a long name, it increases the horizontal size of your to-do list. Like, it expands, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you hit Q to open up your fucking builder menu that you use for everything, which is the only screen that I know of where you can click the plus and minus for your to-do list in order to add and remove them, if a longer name gets on there, it stretches behind your builder menu, so you can't click the minus.
Really? It does that?
But if you get enough stuff on your to-do list, it'll get fucking expanded.
What's an example of something that big?
A long name. Nuclear power plant's almost there. Stackable conveyor pole? No.
Can I only set up a to-do list? Oh no, I can do it from...
In your builder menu, just add a plus sign.
In my builder menu, yeah.
Just click the plus sign on anything. If you click on nuclear power plant, you'll see that it expands to the left, almost behind the menu. I often find it significantly further to the left, and I'm like, fuck! There's just a few things that are too long, and like they definitely should not let the thing expand, because then it can just hide behind the other menu and you can't click on things.
Yeah, I see that now. It's now the R power plant, and it's made of REIT, E modular frames, and R computers.
Drives me fucking crazy. All right, so we need nitrogen gas, and guess what? We already got nitrogen gas.
Where is nitrogen gas?
It's in our drone port, which is up on the space elevator.
Oh, okay. And then we just need to put that into a blender.
I don't know if I explained to you my understanding of when I kind of figured out how drone ports work, but basically they pick up enough batteries for the entire round trip when they start their trip. Yeah. So what we do is we just create a bunch of paired drone ports where there's one in our base and one at the remote location, and they just go back and forth from those two places starting here. So all we have to do is feed the batteries in at our base. If we do anything more complex, though, then you have to figure out where the batteries factor in at some point. But yeah, right now, one of our drones...
I'm not sure if I explained that very well, because that was my understanding, like, just immediately. But maybe I didn't explain it too well.
I don't think so, because there was a big discussion of what was going on, because we're trying to figure out, because I was trying to figure out, like, if you need a drone, if you need batteries to take off, then don't you need to take batteries with you? Like, so then, like, how do you carry batteries? How do you supply each place with batteries? But like, you can't like reserve slots of the inventory for the drone for like, this is the slot that carries batteries or whatever, like the drones in Factory or anything. And it's like, how do you stop the batteries from just flooding every part, and then it's just carrying batteries back and forth and none of the resources you want? But no, it just picks them up at the beginning. It also cheats. It just pre-calculates the amount of batteries it'll need and takes that many and then just spends them. And as we can see from the fact that one of them is just flying off in the distance.
For forever.
What is it? Z? Yeah, one of the drones flew to our desert base that we discovered a few episodes ago. And I guess you built a drone in that port, so it's sitting in that port and hasn't been sent anywhere. So the drone that was sent there is circling that port forever and clearly is not running out of batteries because the batteries are a lie. Hooray!
Hooray!
But no, the setup we have here with this drone port is that it needs canisters to package and unpackage the nitrogen gas. And so it has a supply of those canisters that it flies back and forth. It dumps all the canisters at our base, and then here they get unpackaged. And so when it's being unpackaged, it sends the nitrogen gas into this fluid storage container, and then it sends all of the now empty packaged nitrogen gas containers back into the drone. And then at the nitrogen gas location, it takes all those empty containers and then packages the nitrogen gas that's being made there into those containers, and then sends the full containers back onto the drone to bring here. So the same containers just get used over and over again forever once you have enough of them, and you don't need to build any more packages.
Just keep reusing them. Yeah. Otherwise, you have to find a way to dump them somewhere, I guess.
Because eventually, would clog up because there's too many tanks. And
right.
Yeah. So I think I might have hit the sweet spot already, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, the thing just keeps reusing the same tanks in order to transport nitrogen gas into this container on our flight path thingy. I don't know if you're here or not. I can't. It's hard to tell sometimes.
I'm nowhere near you, but
okay.
I get the gist of it, and I'll
check
it out later.
So we need to combine that with heavy modular. Was it heavy modular frames? So the ones that are on the second tower top, and then aluminum casings.
I'm just there, so it's right where you say it is.
Yeah. So we need to combine aluminum casing, nitrogen gas, and heavy modular frames.
Yep. I'm building a blender, or I'm gathering all the components to build a blender.
Is that what it's built in?
Yeah, because a blender combines gases or liquids with solid things. So
it's made in a blender.
It blends them. So that's what I'm making. Where you want to put? God, where do we put the blenders?
So we have between the aluminum casing, nitrogen gas, and heavy modular frames, we have 3 completely different locations. And we have to pick.
None of those are near each other.
Yeah, we have to pick where we want to put the blender. Probably
the title of your stream is Will Bird's Computer Break Today.
Yeah.
And also, which is the first I've heard of your computer breaking. That second sentence is really fucking funny because my computer breaks constantly.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying though. If this computer, if the game is gonna if today's gonna be the day where we finally say, well, no more Satisfactory because the internet.
Technically, your computer does break regularly, but I am referencing the idea of the fact that there's a ticking clock of when this game stops working for you because it seems to be starting again.
It's okay for right now, but it might get there way sooner than we would like.
Ladder? Weird.
Wait, you can crouch in this game?
Oh yeah, you can.
Why would you ever do that? It doesn't even do the Minecraft thing, does it? You still fall off.
I don't know.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, you just fall off. This is pointless.
Maybe it's
Why
just
would you crouch
so you can fit under something, like conveyors.
Well, no.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever crouched this entire game. Let's see.
All right, how do you make a radio control unit? That's computer and crystal oscillator. Okay, I can make that. Anyway, going back to what you were saying, did you have any preference on where we were going to put the blender?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about how to be smart about this. That's hard. We just had a bunch of manufacturers all around there. Preferably if it's somewhere under the nitrogen gas location, then we don't need to use any pumps or anything to get around. The pumps aren't that big of a deal, though. I think I'd probably prefer to pump the nitrogen gas out than to bring everything here, because it's already... We're above all the spaghetti here. I just want to, like, grow outward more. I don't know, I've got choice paralysis. We could, the aluminum casing is being made on that big aluminum platform off in that direction.
Yeah.
We could expand outward from that direction a bit. But getting the pipes in there in any kind of comfortable way is also shitty.
Well, yes and no. I mean, we have this bridge over the ravine that we can just kind of put more stuff on, and it's sort of open. There's nothing really near it if we do that.
We could expand from that bridge back towards the hypertube direction.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's like
that's
kind
what
of,
I was thinking. If
that is kind of
build
between
off of
everything.
Yeah, that seems clean enough. I'm gonna go grab some concrete and I'm just gonna start making that happen.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable. We don't need to get stuck in analysis paralysis, as they say. I didn't come up with the term. No, that's corporate lingo.
You inflicted it on us.
That's big tech. The friendliest industry, big tech. Never need to worry about anything, big tech.
We just are perpetually, like, hanging from our series of, like, temporary solutions to everything that we do.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. It's how society works.
No one told me we live in a society.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
I would have made cupcakes.
Cupcake. Bring wine like an adult, you cuck.
Cupcakes. I always feel like I'm doing. I definitely always feel like I'm doing something wrong where I make a path that moves everything in one direction, and then I come back and take another resource and use that path in the opposite direction. And I'm like, all right. You think that the whole base would have like a momentum direction of some kind, but it's like how the big conveyor stack is just a series of things going back and forth in opposite directions on a regular basis. And it's just like, what have I done?
It's kind of like, geez. This happened. This just reminded me of a really, really weird story. Well, sort of. It's not that weird. It just reminded me of a really dumb story. A long time ago, when I first moved across the country, we had to drive, and I remember I was seeing two cement trucks going in opposite directions, and all I thought to myself was like, why'd you do that? Like, you could have just, you don't need to cross paths. The concrete came from both directions. Just put it back where you got it from. Save it one time. So that's my really stupid story. I really don't know how I remembered that. Like one random ass observation from, I mean, God, that must have been 8 years ago at this point.
That's funny,
crazy. Though. Oh, thank you.
Our society is stupid.
All right.
I mean, capitalism breeds innovation.
There's probably some crazy fucking reason of like, oh yeah, actually doing it this way did lead to like a penny of saving or something.
It makes the concrete happier.
Algorithm. So like, who knows?
Or it's some variation of just those insane aspects, like how like businesses move back and forth between the two halves of Kansas City because they get a tax break from each state every few years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I liked things better when I didn't know this story. Oh my God, build where I want you to. Thank you.
No.
I love this game, but the way that it interprets you pointing at stuff in 3D is a nightmare sometimes. Oh my God, put it where I want you to.
That's what she said?
What is wrong with you? Do I have to build it even more? Fuck you. Why are you like this?
That's also what she said.
Oh.
Conveyor splitter, conveyor splitter. Don't know why I'm saying that, except if I don't say it, I'll forget. Gotta get the iron plate.
No, this game and Subnautica are both practices of having like 4 plates spinning at once. Then you add the plates of doing a show and commentating on it on those plates, and you're like, "What was I doing? Fuck."
Mm-hmm. And then you take a 2-week break.
Yep.
Yeah, that was good. Watching through the Oculus Quest 2 right now. Can't chat. Wait, what? Are you watching a Twitch stream?
Yeah.
With 3D glasses?
Yeah, I've repeatedly
Wow.
I've heard of people using, among other things, they use their they use their VR to get the theater experience, because it's like they have
That's
a bigger
amazing.
screen.
Wow.
Because it's like they're sitting
It's
in a
like you
big
can
theater in front of a big
see-
screen instead of like their computer monitor.
It's like you can feel my voice on your eyes. It's just right there.
Can you feel my voice on your eyes
also-
tonight?
Also, like, I have a
no.
webcam going, so if I kiss the webcam, it'd be like I kissed your eyeball. How does that make you feel?
Welcome to your Oculus asthma experience. I forgot to make these in the air, so I have to jump
Conveyor
over
splitter.
them now.
Conveyor splitter.
I did that to
I
myself.
remembered I was making you. God damn it! Gotta go to get encased things. For
This
conveyor belt
side is the
parkour.
output.
What's the thing called? Just in case. Yes. Okay. Don't Mario laugh at your own fucking pun. What's wrong with you?
I laugh at my own jokes all the time, especially when I first make them when they're a surprise to me. I think I'm gonna turn these
Good.
blenders around, because most of our resources are coming from the other side of them.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Go for it.
Ba-doop.
The challenge that I faced with making them face that direction, though, was I was worried we wouldn't have enough room. But we don't really need a lot of these, I'm hoping, right? Like, it seems like it's just for research at the end of the tech trees. Because we don't have any more space elevator goals, right? We're done there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Well then,
goals are just like what you make of them, man.
just gonna not say anything for the rest of the stream except for that sentence and this sentence explaining the previous sentence.
Some say silence is golden, but I would say it's not very monetizable. Yeah, there's too much game, so I don't look too many steps ahead because I've still usually it's complicated enough figuring out how to deal with the current step.
Are you talking about like trying to plan out more than a thought in this game?
Honestly, I think one of the smartest things to do is just your first base is like a rough draft.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to figure out how things even work and what you even want of most of your stuff. That's like a lot of the experience.
I mean, that's kind of what we did with our Factorio playthroughs. Like the first Factorio playthroughs that I ever did were the bases were so trash.
Yeah.
They were ungodly bad. But that's just like, you know, this is part of the learning experience, is to just try and then realize what a mistake it was. Because the other thing that you can do, right, is you can go on to like the Satisfactory subreddit and research like, oh, this is how I make like every little thing and out. And it's like, if you
I'm alive.
are you okay? Okay.
I have
And
half
it's like
a
if
heart.
you do that, you know, if you do that there and you go and you like plan everything out and learn ahead of time, like it doesn't really It's not quite the same experience. However, it does give you one major advantage, though, in that it allows you to go on YouTube videos or streams of people trying to figure it out without looking up those guides, and you can yell at them. Like,
excuse me,
like
I watched the #1 Satisfactory YouTuber and looked at all the optimum strategies and how to play this game, and you're not doing what he did, and I'm going to tell you that every video.
Every fucking video.
It's that fucking meme of the fucking buff arms shaking hands, but it's fucking Satisfactory fans and Monster Hunter fans. Like, excuse me, you're not doing what the one person who is the god of YouTube videos on this game says is how to play game, and you're not. If you don't play it exactly how he does, then like you're playing it wrong, and I'm gonna keep reminding you, sometimes multiple times per video.
Mm-hmm. And
Oh,
then
good.
when you figure it out, then they'll be like, "Oh, okay, you finally figured it out." And then, but here's the next thing that you need to learn how to do. Fans are the worst. Fans are actual scum. Just kidding.
Like, damn, he's just going.
Nah. Gotta get the steel pipes. And this will allow me to make the things. What was I making with these things?
What's funny
I
is
don't remember.
it often gets so esoteric you genuinely can't tell what they're even talking about even after you read the comment because you're just not that deep into it.
Or it's like
he doesn't even know
like,
the rule of fourths or whatever. Like somebody had a really weird specific comment in an early Satisfactory Season 2 video, and I'm like, I have no idea what he even means. And I'm not gonna check. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is my heavy modular frames, because I guess we must have been, yeah, we probably used them in one of the manufacturers already. They were already on the stack.
Yep, they were already on a conveyor
So they
belt
were like
nearby,
right next to us, and I just brought them over.
Yep. Nice, yeah.
So, we just
So that means that we basically have everything already in
just need to
in
put the
Blender
aluminum
Town.
casing that you fed over into the other side.
Yep.
Dude.
And then we output this into, for now, nope, not a freight car. Probably doesn't belong on a freight car of all things. A industrial storage container.
That was as messy as it go.
Is there no fluid output or like water output from this blender recipe? For fused
Nope.
modular?
It
Okay,
just
that's
creates
good.
modular frames. No
Okay,
byproducts.
nice.
I know, right? It's been a while. Like, we're allowed to not have byproducts? I don't think you read the design doc about this game's goals, guy who made this recipe. You're fired.
Okay, you already put together the
Turns out
merger
you're a
and the
coffee
thingy.
stain on our reputation. Ha, that's the name of the developer. That's the whole joke.
I can't facepalm because I injured my neck earlier, but suffice to say,
Captive
very
audience.
cringed.
All right, so these are collectively making about 7 per minute because I pumped them full of thing, and we need 50. So I guess we just need to kill like 5 minutes.
We can always use that time to plan.
Yep. I'm gonna go
And that's
check what the next
good.
what the next like research is or something. God damn
Same.
it. Some of these conveyors are so
assume-
fast you can't run on them anymore in the opposite direction.
So I do know where some uranium ore is. I assume we want to at least make 8. We don't need power. We really don't. But I assume we want to make a nuclear power plant for the sake of doing that at some point. Just because it's like,
I
everything in
just
the
do
game, you
all
should
of
do
the
it.
things.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's one research thing left in the game after this. Particle enrichment. And that's how we get the nuclear pasta. And plutonium. Nuclear pasta, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to have fucking uranium gnocchi.
Nice.
Oh, it costs a cooling system. Cooling systems, electromagnetic control rods, and turbo motors, which are 3 things we don't make.
Yeah, not yet.
That's I don't even know what those things are. Are they?
Yeah.
The turbo motor is from this recipe. We're learning that right now. We can already make
nuclear pasta an ingredient to make the Powerpuff Girls, or no?
We can already make cooling systems. I don't know how yet.
Cool.
I need to check. And electromagnetic control rods. Okay, so we can make those two things, the control rod and the cooling system already. So we can start planning for that part.
How do you make them? I guess I'll look.
Yeah. And electromagnetic control rod.
Cooling system.
Why did the whole base just turn? Oh wait, that's because of my light.
Heatsink, rubber, water, and nitrogen gas.
The control rod is a stator and an AI limiter. That's it.
Okay, that's pretty straightforward. The cooling system's also relatively straightforward. I don't know if we're making a whole lot of heat sinks yet, but they're really easy. It looks like, but cooling systems are also made in blenders. So what I'm wondering is if maybe we want to take.
I'm very amused by how not sophisticated the lighting system is in this game. It's pretty, but it cheats like crazy. My red light's pointing at our drone port right now because we built it in the way of it, but it still lights the entire copper area red through the drone port platform. Because it just penetrates
collision on the lighting would be prohibitively computationally expensive.
Arctics?
Yeah.
What do you want, What do you want? The Rooster Teeth Expo? For a while there, I was like, why is everyone so excited about Rooster Teeth in these like PC gaming forums? Like, why does everyone keep bringing up the RTX?
Well done. Way to stay hip with the times there.
I was confused for a while. People reuse a lot of acronyms. It's like how GOW means different things based on whether you like PlayStation or Xbox.
Well, I mean, acronyms are usually 3 letters, so that means there's only 999 combinations of 3-letter acronyms.
Is that the math?
No.
I was like, it's the number of letters that there are cubed, right? That's how the math works.
Yes.
Yay! I know statistics, maybe.
If you're anything like me too, you don't really know how many, like, the number of letters there are. Like, I kind of know.
I'm like, what is it, 27 maybe?
24. Like, I always have that self-doubt moment.
It's mid-20s.
Like, yeah, so then I just think to myself, like, okay, how about this?
Also, like, I'm not gonna count them.
Say the number of letters, and yeah, if I throw out a concrete number, I'm a little bit dumbass.
Instead of saying the answer and being wrong in front of hundreds of people, I just state the variable. I do that a lot, especially with people's names in games.
Oh yeah.
I'll constantly, there'll be like a short pause, and then the lady that I'm giving the loan to, I'll like just substitute it in because there's 500 people in these games, and I'm not gonna always remember them.
Anyway, so making a cooling system, we need a blender for it. Are we going to put the blender... Do we put the blender, like, underneath? Like, on another floor? Do we expand this out? Like, I don't know.
You technically could build it up or down. Otherwise... I mean, depending on what the resources are to make it, you might be able to plan a spot somewhere around there instead of adding it to this place that might not be related to those things. But I immediately...
Oh, that's...
I can't even say I forgot what you said. I didn't listen to what you said about what the thing's made of. Because I was looking at the control rods.
Rubber and nitrogen gas.
Heat sinks are a new thing we're making, aren't they?
We haven't made those yet. They're really easy though.
It's, so you need to make those first.
Yeah, it's copper sheet plus friend. I don't remember the other one.
Is a heat sink probably involves aluminum, right?
Yeah, it's like copper sheet plus aluminium.
So you probably want to keep expanding off in the direction that all of our manufacturers are in on the hills, because your ingredients are aluminum and rubber, and nitrogen, which are all out there.
Okay.
So you could keep adding to like our weird floating tower that you could make it a floating tower where we just did the stuff a second ago, or you could just find another hill off and past the other current manufacturers and make that the spot that's built, and it just continues to snake outward. Let's see, I need to take the estate tours and add them to the tower. Oh, are they already in the tower? Wait, they're already in the tower. I just failed to check correctly. I'm an idiot. Cool.
Yeah, they're already there.
How far did they go? Maybe they weren't in the tower where I checked. Maybe they got off sooner. The tower is hard to see from the side, like what's on each layer.
These conveyor belt floors are
stack
to run across.
Yeah, no.
The worst.
I constantly wants to have some kind of like, it's like Shell's boots from Portal, like some sort of like special shoes that are like conveyor proof. They got wheelies, but that go in the opposite direction or whatever the fuck. Just anything that lets you run on conveyors because they're the easiest way to get around, but without being pushed backwards by them all the time.
I think,
it's really cruel that we're gonna unlock a jetpack, I think, that lets us like hover around, but I think we're gonna get that with the last upgrade. Just in time for us to be directionless about what to do next in the game. Okay, so these are the stay tours. So they got off here. Hey, you did the thingy.
Milestone reached.
Yeah.
Turbo motors can now be constructed in order to build the latest fix-it improved factory buildings, such as the Miner Mark III.
So stators are here.
Enables progress to the next phase.
Eliminator's there.
all right. It's a whole new world. It's all sorts of crazy shit. What actually did that unlock? Really looking all that closely. Miner Mark III turbo motor, thermal.
Oh my god, we're there. We've unlocked the tier where all of our math gets fucked up because we have the next tier of miner.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Cool. Yeah, it's great. It's about damn time we tore up everything and started anew.
But it's that is one way to like stall out and make the game have more longevity, is to be like, and now the math changes for your entire base. One of the reasons I brought up the idea of like having like the rough draft base where you learn the game and then starting over and whatever is that like I haven't done it for weeks now, but I was playing around at Heathcliff for like a few weeks in my free time and just building a base from the ground up, which is like what we know with being like, oh let's pre-calculate like the math of like the rates of like, okay, this miner makes this much resources, so I'll turn it into the exact number of smelters and then turn those into like an exact number of iron rods and iron plates. And it's like, one, Heathcliff is disgusting with resources. So like I literally would spend like a week just making the first stage of processing and not actually any products. Just to make enough buildings for it all. But it's so organized. And part of it's that I just cheat by just building out into the void, because that was a cliff, so I just built out into the void of the open area with just cement going off, and it looks like that one level of Overwatch you can play.
No, we're good.
It's like that custom games level from Overwatch where you're just an infinite expanse of floor. That's what the base looks like. And it's just like, oh, this is right. Like you could just sit here and just be clean and orderly, and you can like leave a really healthy chunk of space between every single individual thing you're making, so that you can then like properly react whenever you want to change something, or like have plenty of space for all of the like conveyors you're gonna have to use to get everything around, and you can expand outward in a way that's planned so that you don't ever have like the constant retreading on yourself and so on. There's definitely a season 3 version of our base where we go from spaghetti to the tower that turned into spaghetti anyway, to like another version of the iteration where we're like, oh, this is how we make it really work this time. Which I can see, like, that's how people just get sucked into this game, because already we've already put in like just dozens and dozens of hours per season of this game. just to be then like, oh, but I can do it better next time. And that's like, that's where it ticks into the Marty brain, and that's why Marty has like 3,000 hours with Satisfactory.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
Or Factorio, I mean, in his case.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like an ungodly number, and it's like, how?
So, I have good news, depending on how much
Your
you want.
definition of good and news.
Yeah, I mean, good news can be very good news objectively if you're, Anyway, so we have a new spaceship, a space elevator project. It looks fucking intense.
Oh, the space elevator has another tier?
The space elevator has another tier.
Ah.
And it is 4,000 assembly director systems, 4,000 magnetic field generators, 1,000 thermal propulsion rockets, and 1,000 nuclear pasta.
Pasta.
A lot of the
those are like all things we don't know how to make.
Yeah, a lot of the components of the three things, the first three things, are made up of the components that didn't do anything from the previous stages. So we still need to keep making them. Well, we tore a lot of them up and stopped making anything out of them because they were useless until now. We now have to make those things again purely to make.
I don't know if we.
Or spaceship shit.
I don't know if we tore up the things making them or if we just disconnected them going anywhere, so they just back up and then functionally cease to exist, because if it's backed up, it's like it's not doing anything.
Maybe. I hope that's all we did.
I don't know. I definitely ran by the remember the girder, wireframe girder things that are triangles? I definitely ran by those earlier, and like I saw the place there that they were being built before, just sitting there. That was one of the space elevator things that's pointless now.
Well, do we want to... I guess we want to put our efforts towards particle enrichment, so let's just do that.
Yep. Just get the goals in front of us.
What the heck is this?
I didn't realize we had more.
Yeah, well, for whatever it's worth, it looks like the reward that we get for it is really, really, really cool and going to be 100% worth our effort to do. I, for one, am really looking forward to it. I feel like it's going to be very rewarding. What is this? What are you sending here?
Can't tell if that's sarcasm or not.
I mean, you can go check. Find out for yourself.
I can go check. Are you talking about what is the thing I'm doing?
Yeah.
Electromagnetic control rods.
Oh, okay. And then these are just the things that we feed in to make particle enrichment. And you already have stator and AI limiter right now, so you're basically done. Yep. Very nice.
The AI limiters are just made right here. So I just put a floor above that, and then brought the stators over because they were already going exactly this far on the track. Because we brought them off the track here, because they were going off on the left side of the track to go build something over there. So then I split them to this side too. And I'm like, well, it ends like right next to where the AI limiters are being built, so I'll just build the thing here, I guess. And I'm trying to incorporate a fan suggestion about how to, in an orderly fashion, connect all of the conveyors into the machines, which is by having this stack in front of it. This is supposedly a good way to handle the manufacturers that require. Did you just try to hit me and miss?
No, I was just I didn't. It animated and made the sound effect as if I was trying to hit you, but no, I was just equipping it.
Supposedly the manufacturers, this is like a good way to handle that when you have to like have 4 inputs in one machine and you're like trying to do that for multiple manufacturers from the same resources. Instead of having the crazy spaghetti all around them, you can like set up the stack in the style of the big stack we have going to the base, but just for the resources going to that are needed for that series of manufacturers, and then just split them off into each of the mouths.
Alright, are we making alclad aluminum
Couldn't be that easy.
sheets? We are. Okay, good. So, okay, that's good. Let's not fall off of things. Oh, that's a gap. Well, that actually didn't do a whole lot of falling damage. We're good.
That could have gone better. Shit.
I'm gonna try to find a nice spot to make the heat sinks. They're copper sheets, so it's like we got a Romeo and Juliet situation because it's made of aluminum and copper sheets, which are both separated by the ravine. So
someone must cross.
How do we bring the lovers together? Yeah, exactly. Because their heat must sink in passionate cooling. You know what I'm saying? Just like in Romeo and Juliet, where it's like Romeo,
my coolant system, Romeo.
Romeo, you're rated for 40 degrees Celsius, but my love burns 70. Oh, Romeo, slather me in your thermal paste.
I was gonna say, just put your thermal paste right here, Romeo. What do you want, babe?
Nope.
It's never hard to make anything sound like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so fucking easy. Ba-doop.
Where are the copper sheets even going? Oh, they're going over here.
Yeah, they're mostly being mass-produced to go into the place where, like, the circuits or whatever are built.
Okay.
Because that was the big problem we had. That was all they were being used for back then, and I upscaled them because that was a huge throttling point for our base at one point. Nothing was getting done.
Can I mayhaps use some of the copper sheets, or are they like already balanced? Like we can't really do anything.
I think it's balanced to what's needed for whatever's going on in the green area down there. But
I want it to just work without me having to do anything.
I know, right? It's so convenient.
Why can't the magic Keith Berry be here to solve my problem?
Well, the good news is that copper plates are really easy to make.
Yeah.
You're talking about the sheets, right? Yeah.
Yeah, copper sheets.
Because the sheets are literally just ingots turned into sheets with no extra work.
Yeah.
So while this base is maybe capped out, one thing that potentially could be done for resources like that we need more of is we can go off to the desert and we can use one of the many bountiful super resources there to just from scratch make a little factory that just makes 1 billion copper sheets, then put them on a drone and fly them back here.
That seems like a good idea.
It's great, except for the part where you have to go to the desert every time you want to do something like that.
Yeah.
You need to pre-plan the resources it takes for the factory and the drone port.
We clearly have just a huge amount of copper sheets. We're not using it. The conveyor belt's like stuck half the time.
Well,
one copper sheet at a time.
That's part of it, yeah. But the issue there is that's evidence of one of the other problems in our base, which is that we don't make enough plastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's true.
So the sheets are good, but there's a constant little shitty trickle of blue plastic things that are desperately needed everywhere.
Exactly. So the thing is, I was hoping to not mention that second part and be able to just use the copper sheets.
Go ahead. You do the short, easy solution now, and I'll do the long solution over my free time between videos.
I can be good and go over to the desert. It'll make you happy.
You were all excited about that desert last time, although it might have just been because it was the end of a session and you were just saying closing comments that sounded like to make it sound like we accomplished something. I know what presenting is. I gotcha.
Not presenting. You're presenting.
Present thermal paste.
No. This is where I want you to put it, and just holds up a CPU.
Hey, you gotta make an X. It's one of the most. That's one of the most funny, bizarre, and hard to explain to other people, like, cultural touchstones. Is like, there's all these stupid debates about like pineapple pizza, or like, do you put the toilet paper roll this way or that way, and like a lot of them are relatable to people. But the one that's hard to explain to people when they don't already know is how incredibly opinionated like computer nerds are about the correct way to spread thermal paste. And there's just all these videos online that are just full of dislikes, and everyone's arguing in the comments because the most like triggering thing that can happen to nerds is just seeing somebody else spread thermal paste, and it's always wrong.
I didn't even know it was a debate.
Oh, it's such a debate. Like, do you dab it? Do you crosshatch? Do you put an X? Do you like put a circle down like a donut? It's why like in the H-Bomber guy video for like Doomfist, he did the that fucking like horrifying like Frog Fractions style like deconstruction of a computer where he's got to upgrade it for faster queue times, and he's like spreading like toothpaste on his CPU and hitting it with an X.
So we do have a bunch of copper that we're currently not using. We have a train station that's supposed to be taking copper.
Oh right, your pet project.
Yeah.
Go fix your pet project so it does something now. You forgot about it like
I
2 months ago.
Program the trains. Like, I thought I had programmed the trains, but I clearly did not program the trains.
I got lost. Where the fuck
is
my building?
This last time. Joshburg. I couldn't. I was like, load stuff from Joshburg, and then
Can't find my own base. Where the fuck am I?
Danger Hole Express, and Joshburg's mom is Batman. Okay, so the point is, I have a train called Joshburg. It needs to go to the Danger Hole Express to load stuff, and it needs to go to Joshburg's mom as Batman to unload stuff. And I don't know why it doesn't do that.
So do you want to make copper sheets at the Fat Mom? Bye.
I think so. No, it's not Fat Man, it's Batman.
I said Fat Mom. I thought that was what you said.
Nothing matters.
I just need.
I want to make copper sheets at Joshburg's mom as Batman. I mean, I guess I could make the copper sheets over here. Yeah. I guess I could make the copper sheets over here, but I liked having the idea of just putting copper ingots over there in case we need to use the copper ingots for something else for some reason.
Well, your goal is to make copper sheets now, right? So,
right.
And you want to use those resources. So, are you planning on feeding that copper over to the base and then processing it here? Or do you want to use all that open space over there to process it there?
The thing is, like, there's not really very much open space over by the danger hole because, well, there's the danger hole.
Well, the danger hole's the source of the copper, so I figured you probably wanted to process the copper at the destination of the train.
Yeah, so that would be Joshburg's mom's Batman.
Yeah, so we need to plan, like, do you want to keep that spot, or is there somewhere else you want to take the copper sheets?
No, I think that spot's
because your goal is to use it for your current project.
Right.
Okay, well, I made my storage thing, so my thing's working now, finally. So I can take a look at what you fucked up. And then I'll have this moment of like, oh, I haven't made a train in 2 months, so even I don't know what's wrong. And then we can be confused together.
So I think that the issue is that the train drives through the station without stopping because I programmed the route incorrectly.
Let's see. What do you think is wrong? Timetable.
So the the train stops, but the part that loads the compartments is on the wrong side relative to where the train stops. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah, did you make the train station come before the storage stations?
Effectively, yeah. But the freight platform. Oh, okay. Is that all I really need to do then? Is to split the position of the train station and the freight platform?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. That'll probably mess everything up if I do. Okay. I'm gonna edit Joshberg's timetable real quick, and I'm just gonna trash its route entirely so it stops doing anything.
Sure.
Because I don't want it to get like fucked up.
But yeah, the way the train works is that the engine stops at the station.
Yeah. So that
So
was
based
the
on based on the trajectory of it entering the station, you want to put the transferring like storage whatever the fuck stations behind it to match up with each of the compartments of the train.
Yep.
And they're just direct one-to-one, so they'll just unload or load that exact compartment that lines up based on where the train would stop.
Floor is too steep, must be played in line with another train platform. Okay, so you need to make the train station first. God, placing train stations are so fucking big.
They're very big.
Go up and get like a bird's eye view.
Sorry, are you currently tearing up Danger Hole? Is that one also wrong?
Danger Hole is the one I'm tearing up right now. Yes, that's the one that's wrong.
I'll go switch Joshberg's mom because it's also wrong.
Yeah, sounds good. It's gonna tear up the train too, right? The train's not doing anything.
Probably not.
I don't know why I need to. Yeah. Oh shit! What are these crates in the ground for? Oh, that's 100. That my inventory is full of copper ingots.
Ew, did the train have cargo?
Yeah, it did. I guess I'll figure this out later. I don't know.
What are the other parts of is it logistics? Where's the train? Organization?
It's transportation.
Oh, right. The train station freight platform. There we go. Yeah, freight platform does not feature the word train. Because at this point we have so many fucking things that I just asked the thing. I just searched for everything at this point.
Mm-hmm. It's impossible to not do it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Rail? Oh shit.
This is a conveyor Mark 5. Transports up to 780 resources per minute.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, number big boy. Maximal numero.
I think I remember that guy from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah.
Sato Railway. Now it's called a Hamburg Hauptbahnhof.
Well, that's stupid. Name it something different than that. Name it Joshberg's something.
Just burging you.
Oh right, I can't. I don't know. God.
Yeah, right?
No. I shaved earlier today, and
I shaved myself today.
Oh boy. Yeah, some stubble like got stuck in the back of my throat, and it's caused me to cough all day, and it just won't. It won't leave me alone.
Ah, there's a storage container here. Ah, I needed to rotate this. Fuck.
put into power line. I'll put the power line and then make that connect to this thing. Wait, which one's free? So one of these shits gotta be fruit. Gotta have it open. There we go. Thank you.
Just upgrade one of them to a Mark II. That's usually what I do now.
Yeah, I mean I could.
That gives you 7 connections.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it seems nice and convenient, doesn't it?
Yes. Not a trick.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. This base is flipped,
platform.
and it's got a conveyor going. It's got a conveyor going into that box you made, and it'll be up to you to turn this into something.
Okay, sounds good. I just need to put down a train. Missing beacons. Of course. Why would it drop beacons?
Missing beacons.
There they are. I just happen to have 1 trillion copper preventing me from putting the beacons in my inventory.
Oh.
Wait, oh, I should do it.
I was gonna say.
Please,
I was gonna say.
Take my copper ingots.
The fuck? Are you okay?
My freight platform. I put down a freight platform and it's mostly empty. That's the perfect time for me to just dump all the copper ingots back into it.
Control click.
That works.
Yeah.
Oh,
That drops all of them.
yeah.
Control clicks moves all of a resource type into the other container, which is a bad thing to do in most cases, but for ingots and or you never do anything else with them besides just get rid of them.
Yeah.
This is a really pleasant song. I like it. I like it a
song?
lot. The song of the game song that the game do.
I don't have the game song currently playing.
You are a sinner.
I know.
I think you did it again.
I'm also a Midnight Joker and other such related things.
Or maybe you didn't.
Alright.
Did you pay attention to the direction of the arrow when you put the station down? Is this facing the right way?
Well, it's gonna loop around, right?
I guess we'll just I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just see if it works or not.
It'll loop around.
Let's see.
Timetable, locomotive, timetable.
Just Bergen you, mom.
Just Bergen your mom.
With you.
Bergen your mom.
So go to Joshberg something, then Bergen your mom.
How do I make it do that?
Why does it say there's no time to?
What the fuck is it doing?
I think I set it up. I think. Okay, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's gonna kill you, very slowly.
No, it's not.
It's moving so slowly because the. I guess it's already almost here, so it doesn't want to accelerate.
That's so dumb. You're probably right.
Because it's supposed to, once it gets close, it's supposed to be decelerating so it can stop in time. But it was only like 20 feet away, so it didn't want to go fast.
All right, let's see if it leaves.
So the good news is it stopped, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're waiting for the entire loading process to happen.
Yeah. Here comes the glorious payoff.
Hey, I should write this. Aha.
Great, now it's not moving because you got in there. Unable to reach next stop. Yeah, got a little bit of a problem.
Are all of these rails connected?
They.
Let's
Oh,
see.
no. They could. Wait, yes, they are. They have to be. Oh, this one might not have been connected. Okay. I think I know what happened. We'll just need to remake the very start of this loop, I think. Exactly what you're doing, yeah. There
Go
we
Ninja, go.
Yay!
It's doing.
There it goes. I'm gonna stand right here. Dog. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna go to the other side and we're gonna see if it drops it off at Josh Berg's whatever house.
I'm gonna explode this eyesore. Bother.
That's a very mean thing to
Cat.
call like, work.
There we go. Well, the part where it just goes through the coral or whatever.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Well, now it's dead.
That's also hilarious. Okay, that's acceptable.
I'm out of bombs. Oh, I have one bomb. There's not that much call for bombs. You make like 10 one week and you're like, well, that'll last a while.
Yeah, they managed to make bombs.
They're nice to have.
It's very unfortunate.
You said they made them boring?
I think so.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff to blow up with them that's nice. They're good to have on hand for all those moments where you find rocks or other things you just want to deal with. I think they might be boring because you've just relied on me to use them for you.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
You get to explode a thing.
Oop. Okay, this thing isn't loaded. Is this okay? This does have a bunch of copper ingots in it. I wonder why it's not unloading. I don't know. I'm gonna do the same thing that we had to do on the previous side, where we had to disassemble the railway at the very end to remake the loopy.
Yeah, I did rebuild them already.
Do that. I do too sharp a turn. That's fine.
There
Okay,
we go.
We'll
That fix it.
Too sharp a turn. Too sharp a turn.
The freight platform was set to load when it needed to be set to unload. So I think I just fixed that.
Okay.
Let's see.
The hell happened? How did we set this up the first time?
Oh, did you just delete it all?
Not all. Deleted some, but not all.
Never remember how to.
Do you remember how to do that? It's good.
Oh, it's
good.
gone. I can never remember how to turn off autopilot when I'm in it.
I don't remember how to do that out consistently either. Now you mention it.
Yeah, I was trying to back up and then pull back into the train to trigger the freight platform to see if it would. Oh, hey, it unloaded.
Yeah, this train station is now accomplishing literally a thing.
Yep. Now you can get busy turning all of these into sheets, and you can accomplish
doing that.
your dream. Oh, of course. It's like, I don't know. It's still 40 minutes till 9. I'm probably not gonna make it. Let's put this off until next month.
Yeah, it's kind of boring to think.
And then next month you're doing a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Bird, we're finally gonna get a payoff for the train station you wanted to make 2 months ago. It was your dream for an hour.
It was my dream. It was.
And then you grew bored of it.
It's not that I grew bored of it. It's that I was never not going to grow bored of it.
It is in your nature.
You know what Socrates said? He always said, know thyself, and then don't work on any of your flaws.